Hi guys, it's Bunny and welcome to today's video and welcome to another WWE reaction. This video is by What Culture Wrestling and it is called 10 Things You Learn Binge Watching Every WWE SmackDown from 1999. Since I will not binge watch every single SmackDown since 1999, this video is gonna be a perfect recap and an educational video for me and anyone out there who was not a fan of WWE since 1999. So let's go and check out this video, shall we?
Be it the debut of SmackDown or Arnold Schwarzenegger turning up, the WWE
SmackDown?
was firing off in 1999, and I tell you, it was a wild time. If you want to call the Blue Brand the most successful additional wrestling show ever, I think you're well within your rights to say so. But hey, let's go back to 1999 and see what we can learn by binge-watching the whole thing. Number 10, there are some weird matches. Alright, so we got all excited during that intro, but let's be honest, WWF was definitely finding their feet with SmackDown at first because, man, there were some strange fights. Large reason for this.
Oh my god, is he like saying SmackDown on purpose? Or does it really, like, is that really how you pronounce it? It's SmackDown and not SmackDown. Was I saying it the whole time wrong, you guys? I'm dying.
Was due to the fact it was the Attitude Era, and yeah, the in-ring portion of proceedings often came second to the madness outside. It's why during this period we got the likes of Triple H versus Gillberg and Shane McMahon versus Joey Abs. If you jump forward to the 16th of September edition, my gosh, you get the Big Boss Man and Al Snow in a Pepper on a pole match, and you heard me right, and no, this was not good. Shock horror. And in case you don't know, Pepper was a dead dog. Even ones on paper like X-Pac versus Chris Jericho and Kane facing the game for the WWE title take a while to get going. 'Tis the season, I suppose, but do not go out of your way. It's probably not worth it. Number 9, another tuxedo match. I mean, we could probably leave it there, right? What are we doing? It is to the 2nd of September SmackDown where Howard Finkel stormed out and challenged a totally confused Tony Chimel to this stipulation contest. And I'm sat here in 2024, and I'm still not entirely sure what's happening. It was all from the mind of Vince Russo as we saw Chris Jericho grinning from ear to ear backstage, because yes, this was when he had hired the Fink as his personal ring announcer. His emotion changed to terror here and there, because for some reason, this does indeed go 10 minutes. But as suggested, we had already done this once before back in 1995. There, Harvey Whippleman was our opponent, and we should have learned our lesson. So let's do it now here, please. Never ever do this again.
Please, yeah.
Wasn't very good. Number 8, people did not like Michael Cole. And I actually understand this. I've been there. Because when I first joined What Culture, everybody hated me. That's right. Who the flub is this guy? And they looked me up and my word, he's a bald a-hole. It was the same in 1999 due to the fact that everybody loved Jim Ross. When his heir apparent rolled around, we were scared and therefore took our rage out on Cole. Happens all the time. It's why SmackDown was a good idea as it gave new guys a proper shot, although Michael had been in the company for years by this point. It's just time for his big break. The thing is, if you do go and watch him now without this bias, he's good. Cole gets better with time, of course, but to do what the WWF expected commentators to do, bam, you can see why they liked him. He also tries damn hard, which counts for a lot, which he's also done over the last 3 decades. So I think we all owe Michael Cole a nice apology.
Sorry,
Number 7, The Rock gets a bunch of wins. Makes sense. It's his show. Sort of. Look at this, though. On the 23rd of August, Raw, Triple H won the WWF title. And 3 days later, as SmackDown kicked off, he was indeed facing The Rock. Shawn Michaels was brought in as a special guest referee too, and my word. About 5 times during this, you see the Great One clearly have the new champion beaten when shenanigans screwed him over. I mean, without Shane McMahon, he definitely would have done it. This carried on as well when the Great One was about to hit the people's elbow when wham! HBK took him out with the sweet chin music to realign with his old friend and stop Rocky from holding the belt. Everybody, including the commentators, made this clear as well, so yeah, we were protecting the most electrifying man as best as we could. This did make sense. It was not 2 + 2 = potato, because by the end of the year, he was gonna be a megastar. 7, Vince Russo's WCW template likely started here. That's right. It was in October 1999 when Vince Russo jumped to WCW, and he's always claimed a huge reason for that was SmackDown. Vince McMahon expected him to now work 2 shows for the same money, It's likely going to annoy anyone. I would guess Russo had this in his head too, as the first Blue Brand episodes feel a lot like what he would do over at World Championship Wrestling, aka they are bonkers. Storytelling dominated the wrestling as we had what felt like dozens of segments with a lot of bodies. There were just so many gimmicks. I mean, on the 23rd of September episode, we had a choke slam match, as well as an Inferno one, boiler room brawl, a Brahma bull rope fight, and a first blood. I don't know about
Sounds
you,
like
but
fun
this feels
time.
like too much. If you have lost track, that is 6 stipulation matches in 2 hours. And now go and watch WCW when he was in control and get back to me. Exactly. Number 5, it is pretty good. Yep, I want to make that clear, I really enjoyed it. This is mostly because the fans are so into the action, but you can also tell the WWF has confidence too.
Taylor Swift.
Whatever they were going to do, they were going to do it hard. Even when it does go off the rails, it works for one specific reason. The talent on the books were just excellent. Steve Austin, The Rock, Mankind, The Undertaker, Chris Jericho, China, Kane, all these people were treated like they were super duper stars.
But they are,
mostly
though.
because they were.
Yeah.
It does mean that when things go totally crazy, they can all figure this out, and that combo somehow makes these shows zoom by. It is the fastest 2 hours of TV you could hope for, and you leave actually wanting to see what
More.
next week will bring. That is how it's meant to work too. Even in 2024, the WWF were just on it. Number 4, not all the buildings are full. Right. Straight off, I don't care. If a promotion sells out a venue, awesome. That is the best. If they don't, whatever. We are running 52 weeks a year. That is pretty hard. But your eye does catch certain things when watching these shows, and yep, despite being knee-deep in the Attitude Era, you can see that a couple of buildings aren't always packed to the rafters. Now, this could be due to the fact SmackDown was a new show, so fans wanted to see what the deal was, and one episode was in Vegas. WWE does have a history of weird houses there. It is most definitely the minority, however, and not the majority, but hey, you all love talking about it, so there you go.
Imagine,
Stick
like,
it up your
that
pipe.
back
I don't
in
know
the
why
day,
I said
SmackDown
that.
was
Number
new, and now
3,
it's
the
like
sexual
NXT.
chocolate embarrassment. Never watch this with someone who doesn't get
what?
wrestling. In fact, don't watch it at all. No wonder Mark Henry took so long to work. This is awful. Early on in SmackDown's run, we really did lean into this though, as Henry admitted he was a sex addict and pretty much said this started with his sister when he was younger and
What? What? No. Am I hearing this right? And he like went and admitted that and like how to end your career in 2 seconds.
No, I am not kidding. Mark was in therapy during all of this, so in a state of shock, the therapist asked when the last time this happened was, and Henry replied, just the other day, and I shouted, F off, and I mean it, it's garbage. This is full-on bottom-of-the-barrel nonsense, and you should stay well away. It's horrible stuff, and I don't know who the audience is. I never want to see this again, and I can't believe I had to watch it twice. My gosh. Number 2, Schwarzenegger had a great time. We mentioned this in the intro because, yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger appears on the 11th of November SmackDown as a promotional tactic for his movie End of Days, and he has a really good time. That's nice. It helped the WWF too because it told you the show was going to be legit and not throwaway.
Will he be
Man,
back?
this is a little weird. Not only does he ham it up with Vince McMahon, but he gets given his own title belt, and then during the main event as he does commentary, he knocks out Triple H. This must have been super cool for the real-life
You don't
Paul
want
Levesque. He
him
was a
as
huge Arnie
commentary,
fan
right?
growing
You
up,
want him
plus
in
you
action.
also see him backstage interacting with The Rock. Maybe he knew. It is the right use of a celebrity guest though, and it is Schwarzenegger. He is and was a pretty big deal. Number 1, they definitely muted some Jericho chants. We all know that when Chris Jericho
What
first jumped to the WWF from the WCW, it didn't go to plan. It started well, then he ran afoul of the top guys and Vince McMahon. He had to start again. Chris was a heel in a feud with Ken Shamrock, but the audience didn't care. They loved them some Y2J. This is why the fans do indeed start to chant for Chris Jericho, but the production truck must have got ordered to stop these. Because yeah, you hear them vanish, and doesn't that just sum it up? Yes. Yes, it does. It would actually be a few more years before Jericho hit the top level, but once again, if you do go back to the late 90s and early 2000s, could we have pulled the trigger a little bit earlier? You bet your ass. but better late than never, but better
I
never
guess.
late. Now, please do leave a comment below and let me know what you thought about
What a cool
SmackDown in
video.
1999.
I
I mean, maybe
enjoyed
you were watching it at the time, and if you do click the video on the screen,
I
that's
didn't.
right, you're going to get more Attitude Era nonsense. Also, thank you very
I
much.
actually want a more of Attitude Era. I think it's like a great era that I've missed though. Okay, let's see the comments. Let's see what people are saying. Still unbelievable, HBK never wrestled on SmackDown. Man, the matches he could have had. Why does it sound like he has a gun to his hands? Maybe he does. He probably wasn't toured during the time of the video. Oh my god. SmackDown 99 started my wrestling journey. I will never forget those days. Arnold who? Are you kidding me? Okay. Oh my god, anyone who doesn't like Simon Miller is entitled to their opinion. It happens to be my opinion. Those people are complete and utter chowderheads. Simon, you are a ray of sunshine. Never stop being awesome. Simping much? Just kidding, just kidding. This is amazing. I love the positivity. I'm actually liking this comment. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. I hope you enjoyed this video. I learned a thing or two, but mostly I just kind of reject things that I already knew, like The Rock thinking he owns everything. Seriously? But also like, what the hell, Henry? Who thought that was a great idea? I would never. But that is it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, and see you tomorrow with a brand new one. Also, if you want more WWE reactions, like full documentary, like the Last Ride documentary, the CM Punk documentary, and SmackDown and Raw recaps, you can check those out on my Patreon. There is plenty of content there. Patreon.com/supportbunny. See you there. Bye.